Arlanda. We just went through the security check, and now we have to walk through the duty free, and everything went very smoothly, so we have a lot of time before boarding. So this is the newest terminal, and now things look like everything is fresh and working as it should here. That's nice. So I guess, yeah, I got myself a Coca-Cola. And oh, there's new food places. This is nice. This new terminal. And maybe a magazine. And then, yeah, you can eat here at several places. That's also very good. That looks very nice. So we went inside Jure's Cook, which is a Swedish chef that specializes in burgers, because the kids are wanting some fries, like as usual, and you order there, and then you pick up there, and yeah, nice interior, lots of space. I got a table, very good. So they're actually still not finished building here. The whole old hall on the left is not done. They're doing new shops here and bars and cafes. And look at how nice this new bar here is already. Very nice. Now this airport is starting to come up to the other international levels of other airports with nice cafes and shops. Has been, I would say, behind for quite some many years. And you see like the wooden structure, that's the new extension. And I think, I'm not sure, maybe the other stuff is the old one. Not sure. Here's a really nice cafe also with Budapest cake. Really pretty muffins. Here are some wraps, some pizza. Can have a salad to take away. Some croissants, and here are the different cinnabons and such. Danish pastry, sugar pretzel, chocolate. Very nice. Here's something called Nordic Kitchen and Bar. And then more cafes. And yeah. Very, very nice. I really like the interior style and the food. It's much, much better now than it was before. Much better. Here's a restaurant called La Giraffe, which seems to have a French direction. Here's another souvenir shop. World of Toys. I'm sure I'll find my kids in there now with my husband. He's also very impressed how nice this has become. We have arrived at the EXO Blue Square Hotel, and this is our room. We took a room for 4 beds, with 4 beds for 4 people, and it's very nice and spacious. There's also an espresso machine and a fridge that is empty, which is great, and the bathroom is really, really lovely. Look at this. Really nice. Really tasteful, really, really new and fresh and clean. The shower is also great. Really, really nice. Really nice. I'm very happy. Good morning from Amsterdam. So this is the city area called Slotermeer, and this is a shopping center. These buildings in the bottom, or actually maybe it's the one behind it, I'm not sure. We walked around here last night doing a little bit of an excursion. I might have walked a bit further. Our hotel is over there, the blue in the bottom, and here are some really, really pretty row houses. And I'm heading for this Stekenmarkt to buy some breakfast. So we have arrived at Amsterdam Central Station, and we are on the boat for the original canal tour. So we are just waiting now for it to depart in 15 minutes. Now here we are off. So let's see, there's lots of churches here.
Hello everybody, welcome on board. My name is Bas, I'm your captain on this beautiful ship. We have an audio system, we can do 3 languages. Wie spreekt er Nederlands? Nederlanders aan boord. Hier is daarvoor zitten ze. Oké, we doen lekker Nederlands, we doen Dutch, we doen English as well. Gibt es Deutsche Leute an Bord? Wie viel Deutsch? Okay, das halbe Schiff. Half the boat is German, so we
Half of the boat is German, yeah.
The system will tell you anything about Amsterdam. I tell you something in between, mainly in English. They found out that it was cheap to live on the water those days. Today, however, it is more for yuppies. Because an average houseboat costs here around €500,000. And then you pay for the place every year. People live all year long on these houseboats. They have fresh water, electricity, a connection to the sewer. It's almost like a normal home.
So you see traditional Dutch houses, and there's a lot of houseboats that people live on, which used to be a cheap lifestyle, but it's very expensive now. Beautiful Dutch houses.
These renovations were often quite drastic, with little or no consideration for the beautiful 17th century style these warehouses were built in.
Narrow alleyways with leaning houses.
Viele Speicherhäuser
You
wurden
can
im
see
Laufe
the
der
old
Jahre
ones, they're leaning a
umgebaut.
bit
Diese
forward,
Umbauten waren
backward, left or right.
radikal, denn man hat den prächtigen Stil des 17. Jahrhunderts, in dem die Gebäude errichtet wurden, nicht oder nur kaum berücksichtigt.
Well, this is the neighborhood where a famous painter Rembrandt used to live in the 17th century. On the left-hand side you see his old house, the house with the red window shutters. It's a museum right now.
Die Amstel wanderte in das Meer und verursachte bei Stürmen regelmäßig Überschwemmungen im Hinterland. Um das Hinterland und die Bewohner zu schützen, baute man Dämme. Auf diese Weise entstand der Amsteldamm. Auf diesen Damm ließen die Menschen sich nieder und so entstand auch der Name Amsterdam.
Here's the opera. Going on the pretty bridge. Wow, nice.
De lagere brug die we nu voor ons zien is een van de oudste bruggen van de stad. Voorzien van de 17e eeuw opgezette brug.
There's one of those bridges over there.
The Waterbrug, or Ski Bridge, we see ahead of us now, is one of the oldest bridges in the city. This bridge, that was constructed in the early 17th century, commemorates the even narrower bridge that was located here before that.
Die magere Brug, die magere Brücke, die wir jetzt vor uns sehen, ist eine der ältesten Brücken der Stadt. Diese Beginn des 17. Jahrhunderts errichtete Brücke erinnert durch ihren Namen an die ursprüngliche, wesentlich...
Also funny that there's actually cars here. It's one of the bigger ones, road gracht here, because usually it's just walking bikes.
We're now getting to the Herengracht, or Gentleman's Canal. This canal was dug in the 17th century. The canal houses
Seven bridges in a row. View. I don't know if I catch it.
is the official residence of the Mayor of Amsterdam.
Das Gebäude links mit der Hausnummer 502 und dem Balkon und den Marmorsäulen ist die Amtswohnung des Amsterdamer Bürgermeisters.
It's the mayor's residence. Oh, that building looks interesting too.
Links ziet u de Basel, oorspronkelijk gebouwd voor de Nederlandse Handelsbank. In de vroegere kluizen bevindt zich nu het Amsterdamse Stadsarchief. To the left, you can see the Basel, originally built for the Dutch Merchant Bank, the Nederlandse Handelsbank, the city archives of Amsterdam.
In Amsterdam, we have a museum for almost anything.
Here you can see that the houses are leaning left, right, forward. This one's leaning forward because they're built on wooden poles, and when the poles rot, the house starts to lean.
Das Besondere daran ist, dass die Häuser geradewegs am Wasser stehen, genau wie in Venedig.
Was named after the rich banker Bartolotti and was designed by Hendrik de Keyser. It is a very exceptional building as it was built completely symmetrical to the curve of the canal.
Links sehen Sie das Bartolotti-Haus. Das Haus verdankt dem reichen Kaufmann Bartolotti seinen Namen. Es ist ein Entwurf von Hendrik.
Cool house that I missed.
In many places, you will see no railings along the canals. Parking on the canals isn't completely risk-free. These railings were installed in the 60s because cars were driven into the...
So here's a coffee shop and the warehouse father and son. Very nice looking warehouse that is now obviously apartments. And yeah, it definitely smells weed here because the guide said there's a lot of coffee shops on this gracht here. So we are out here on open water and
we have a new attraction. Look at the little tower. They built a swing on the roof. 3 swings. You can swing there over the edge.
He says there's a
It's the highest swing in Europe.
swing up there.
85 meters. You may do only 1 minute, but that's enough.
But I'm more interested in that building, that modern architecture. But they don't tell me what it is. Here are some cool modern buildings.
Außergewöhnliche Bibliotheksgebäude aus dem Jahr 2007.
Also the library.
Joe Kingdom. Von vielen als eine der schönsten modernen Bibliotheken Europas bezeichnet.
Yes, the library. The entrance is free. The interior is spectacular. There's a nice restaurant on top. A restaurant with a view.
So this might be. So this
And
is
on the
the
right, another
library.
restaurant. This is the Chinese floating restaurant Sea Palace. It is a copy for one in Hong Kong. It was designed to carry 800 Asian people. But apparently Dutch people are a bit heavier. At the grand opening, there were only Dutch people on board and happy English. It has now a maximum of 600 people, so it is safe for all.
So this is an Asian restaurant, a copy of one that like this in Hong Kong. And over there, we're getting back to Central Station, and soon our boat ride is over. You can see the old Central Station, and we are nearing the end of our tour. And here are some other cruise boats, canal cruises, and also some other sightseeing. And also this is the GVB building, and GVB, there it says GVB,
I give you a sign that it is
is
safe to
tram,
leave.
bus, metro and
Thank you,
ferries,
Captain. There's a
all
waiting.
one ticket, which
And
is very
above
good to
all, I wish
have.
you a wonderful day in Amsterdam.
Just waiting here for Theo and Martin to come, and then we're gonna go to town here and find a restaurant for lunch. So we just spotted the pancake house, Pancakes Amsterdam, over there. So pancakes was the demand of my daughter, so we're heading there now. So I took the super traditional ham and cheese. Martin has something with leeks and mushrooms, and the kids got one with a plain one with some ice cream. So there we ate pancakes, and look at these cool houses. They're like on the water's edge. There you have literally the boat parked outside the entrance door, and there are some small decks just to enter the houses there. Really cool. So we have arrived on the dam, and yeah, there is lots of people everywhere. Have to keep track of myself, the kids, and where we're going. So yeah. And yeah, it's a tram, some house, can't remember, and there's the church, can't remember, but yeah, we'll figure it all out. So now I've come to some gracht. Might be the one that we went on the water earlier. Very nice with the cafes here on the side. This is Darmstraat. So over there is Dam, we just came from there. And yeah, very nice views. And I guess we might walk along the water somewhere here now. Very cute with the bridges. Tiny, tiny, narrow alley. Look how nice with all the bridges and the bikes. And we are heading Like over there we saw on the shadow side a place where we're gonna have a drink or a beer or something. Need to refuel a bit. So here's one of these places where the bridges align that the guy talked about. Might be, there's this one spot you can only see from the water where 7 bridges align. Could be like this here. Anyway, it's very pretty. There was over 1,000 bridges here in Amsterdam. The captain of the boat tour said. Having a nice cold beer now. Sitting by the water in the shade. Yeah, that feels good. We needed to take a little break again after walking. And it's nice and cool here. And it's a beautiful view, so everything's perfect. So this is Bloemgracht. And here is Prinsengracht with the Anne Frank Museum on the other side. And yeah, which seems to be a must for many tourists. There's always a long line. Not sure if it's open or where they're queuing actually. And yeah, another church, don't know which one. So here's the Van Gogh Museum. And here's the Rijksmuseum. We just took the tram just to get around a bit faster. And now we're just gonna walk a bit here before we probably find a restaurant for dinner and then, yeah, and so on. So here we are looking at Rijksmuseum, and this is, yeah, Museumsplein. There's a lot of museums here. And yeah, this is the, as we saw it, the Van Gogh Museum is here with the new extension, and yeah, I don't even know which one is which one. Is that, I think that's the, that there is the Stedelijk. So yeah, there's lots of museums in Amsterdam. And this place has collected a couple of them, the most important ones here. And it's very beautiful, the area. And a lot of people just hang out in the park. And we will definitely go to the Van Gogh Museum. So just question is just when. So we found a nice restaurant near Koningsplein, and I'm trying the Bitterballen, filled with beef, and they serve it with mustard. So they look like potato croquettes with some meat inside, and they recommended a double, this kind of beer with it. So far so good.